cell phone switch to arm light on.
Switching command to internal. Fuel tank pressure. 9, 8, ignition. Main stage. 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Fuel tank pressure.
Well, attention here, CSCers. We got ourselves a birthday in the house. Everybody, it is Carly Griggs' 21st birthday. Carly, this one goes out to you. Everybody with us now. 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. I hate you, Nick.
Happy birthday to you.
Why are we off? What are you doing? Happy birthday, dear Carly. All right, we're done. We messed it up. Happy birthday to you. Anyway, back to the action, guys. Welcome to the grand finals. The double dip scenario is in effect here of the CSC Challenger Series Division 1, Season 8. The storybook has been written many times. Is there going to be a different ending tonight? Last season, Ram Guevara double dipped Mike Maloney in the final. Tonight, he has the chance to do it for back-to-back seasons. I'm Sean Green. Nick Teixeira is my partner in comms until he messed up the singing there, and now he's fired. Nick, this one's going to be great.
Let me start off by saying two things that are true. First, I tried to explain to Sean that the singing wouldn't work because of latency. Didn't matter. Did not stick at all. It's somehow my fault.
Yep, for sure.
And number two, we're in for a great match tonight, folks. This is not going to be the Mike Maloney of last week. If you were a Mike playing in a CSC final last week, you were having a bad week, and that's just all it was. And you're going to chalk it up as such. Mike Maloney going to be coming out in full force tonight, and Ram Guevara going to have to kick up his gear as well, because this should be a show for the centuries, folks. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to seeing Ram get a second title. I'm calling it now.
Oh, well, we'll talk about that in just a second. But you want to head to the tail of the tape? Let's start off with Hulk Smash, Mike Maloney for Excel Entertainment. My pick tonight. Location, the Cantina. Been playing for 18-plus years, averaging a 5.75 MPR. It dropped 0.1 from last week. 59.8 win rate. It also dropped a little bit for that one. Throwing those, of course, win more. Mike Maloney, 18-gram darts. He also comes into this with 85 9 marks with 5 white horses, 167 7 marks, 125 marks, and 85 games played. So he's still averaging over 1 9 mark per leg. Nick, might as well just talk about Ram, I guess.
Well, let's be honest. We didn't want to look at Mike that whole time, right? We got true. The idea. We saw a little bit of him. Ram Guevara Jr., Scrooston, baby, playing for Star City Amusements out of the stadium. 13 years played, averaging a 5.52 and a 61.9% win rate. Then the Super Darts Ram Guevara, 9-gram darts. And a little bit more about Ram. I don't know. I didn't write down any stats. Sean, do we have any more stats about Ram?
Yeah, he's coming into this with 89 marks. He had 15 last week, 1 white horse, 152 7 marks, 118 5 marks, and 90 games played. So stats-wise, favors Mike Maloney. He has played 5 less games and has Ram beaten every category statistically. That being said, Ram has the momentum. Won last week 9-3 in a bloodbath, to say the least. Can he do the same thing here, Nick? You have you have Ram winning this. I'm going to pick Mike. I have Mike winning this 9-8. I think it's going to go the distance tonight because I think that's exactly what everyone's tuning in to see. And I think that these guys are going to put on an epic show. I'm even maybe like high 5s, but low 6s, maybe for both the players. Might break the 9-mark record tonight. All that is possible. What do you think?
Well, Maloney averaging a 5.32 last week and Ram averaging 5.59, both kind of lower than where I would have liked to see them. I think they're both going to go up a significant margin, maybe even half a mark each almost. That would be really cool to see. It would be a record-setting performance for Ram if that's the case. I do think we know one thing for sure. We know for a
What?
fact that Maloney had to have prepped better and mentally rechecked himself. And there's going to be a better version of Mike on the board tonight. Simply put, it's not going to be a 5-3. And I hate to sound like a 5-3 is the worst thing in the world. It's not. It's incredible. I've never averaged that high in a league match, let alone in a final like this. But man, oh man, I would love to see it tonight. Mike really picking it up together. But Ram has the momentum, and that's going to be the logic there. As it looks like the players are about ready for a diddle here.
Yeah, they're diddling. So let's head on over. Mike Maloney get himself a 140 start. But if you've never watched before, let's go over the format and specific rules of the CSC Challenger Series. It is the finals. It was a double elimination style tournament. That is gone. Everyone's on the loser side of the bracket now. The players will play a race to 9, best of 17 legs for the title. All cricket with a cork, which we just saw Ram do beautifully by going on the bull on the last start. So Ram will start the match. The loser of the previous leg will start the next leg after that. If either player is down 3 or more legs, they will continue to go first until that deficit is reduced to 2 legs. Nick, get this right. There is the PPD player advantage rule. And if we go the distance,
and we go for speed,
those players will cork for start in the last leg decider. Nick, are we going to get back-to-back champion in Ram Guevara, season 8 and season 7 champion, or is it going to be the back-to-back champ from season 4 and 5 trying to get the first 3 third win on the board? But boom goes the dynamite to start off with Ram Guevara.
I'm telling you, this is going to be a good match tonight. Already starting off with a 9 from Ram. I think that no matter what happens, how about
one from Mike Maloney? They start 9 mark, Nick.
Oh, they're going to be in top form. Oh my goodness, keep going.
Oh,
Guevara.
Over to you, Mike Maloney.
I mean, Ram wanting to hold that precedent of back-to-back title holders that we've seen so many times in the CSC Division 1 now, with the likes of Leonard Gates, Mike Maloney, and maybe even Ram, with Katie Doyle and Danny Baggish are the only ones not sharing that remark. But Mike wants to be the first 3-time title holder since the CSC relaunch, right? I mean, that's quite the precedent too. It'd raise that bar even further.
Yeah, technically he is already the first 3-time champion of this.
No, we don't count anything before we did it.
He did win before the relaunch, but the relaunch has occurred now. I think it's written in the stars in this space season that these players are going to shoot for the moon this evening. I really think that this is the type of, they've struggled off and on all season long, and I think that they're ready to battle. Both of them had the weekend off from playing darts instead of having the weekend on. So I think that that's going to settle them both in, and we're going to have a good time. Mike playing out of the Cantina. Houston is where Ram is at the stadium. This is going to be a good one.
I saw 2 different comments there I want to highlight. One, Mike Maloney calling a 9-6 tonight. That's what he called in the chat. Mm-hmm. He put it in there. Okay. So he's putting that premonition out in the world. He didn't say which way. He just said 9-6. So take that as you will. But secondly, I saw a comment here saying, Mike Maloney plays with emotion. Do you think he'll keep a level head tonight? I don't think he should. I know this sounds insane, but an emotional Mike Maloney does lead to his best version of himself. Now, maybe a level-headed Mike Maloney might average very consistent. Maybe that 5-3 Mike Maloney was the level-headed Mike Maloney, but a very emotional Mike Maloney leads to his best starts time and time again. He uses it to his advantage, even if it's also sometimes to his detriment.
Yeah, and that's it, right? It's a fine line that he needs to play with a little bit of an edge. As Ram just going to hammer that edge with 9s back to, or that's the second one of the leg. Boom goes the dynamite. I'll get the sayings down here in just a second. Anyway, Mike Maloney, you're right. He plays with a lot of fire. He needs to be yelling. He needs to be roaring. It's interesting to have league night going on. Usually for the final, they are not having that happen. So you can see Jeff, who's always throwing next to Mike right there. So Mike's used to this in these events, but just interesting.
Very interesting. But to be fair, again, Jeff there does play with mic'd up, warm him up. And maybe that's just about keeping the same, no, I don't want you guys all sitting back there. I want a little bit of league next to me. I want this to feel a little extra normal. There could be some of those factors playing into this as well. And that's a 6.26 there from Ram Guevara Jr. 6+ to get things started off tonight. And 5.57 for Mike Maloney. Definitely a pickup from the standard that we saw last week.
Yeah, they are running here. 3.9 marks hit in that first leg, so we're on track for 51, Mr. Nick Teixeira. As boom goes the dynamite back-to-back legs, starting with 9 20s hit.
Now we're on track for what, 68? we're on track for 1,000,000 9 marks right now.
Speaking of on track for great things, behind the scenes, well, Will's not here. We are with Haley tonight, who's filling in for Mr. Stewart. So Carly, I think, is probably hoping that the tonsillectomy happens within the next 2 hours and 48 minutes, so that we'll have to share a birthday. Yeah, Will's kid will have to share a birthday with Carly for the rest of its life.
Will's tonsils.
Yeah, exactly. But no, we wish Hannah and Will the absolute best of luck as they venture into a world with 2 kids, which, listen, I know that's even, but it's not. Boom goes the dynamite for Mike Maloney, his second of the leg. Yeah, why not?
All right. There we go. Mike Maloney.
It's already been said live. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I guess
so. Shout out.
Jen Mounts did let out the cat out of the bag there. Anyways, everyone say congrats, Will, right now. Congrats, Will and Hannah.
Benny, good to see you in the chat, my friend. Hope you are feeling better and doing well as we get a coffin shot early on in the CSC.
Oh my goodness. How about that for him taking advantage of his own throw there?
He's built a snowman this entire leg. That's impressive.
Incredible. You know what else is impressive, Sean?
End it frosty. What?
The Dart community. For everyone tuning in right now, we appreciate each and every one of you guys. Over 1,000 already tuning in across all of our different platforms. You guys are incredible.
Nope. Everybody right now, you know that there is someone that is a friend of yours that is not watching along yet. Go ahead and tag them. Let them know this thing is off and running. And the winning leg that just happened was a 7 point what? 5.6?
7.62.
6.2. 7.62 is the last leg. And we haven't started off a leg without a 9 mark on the 20s. My God, back-to-back starts. 3 for 3, 9 marking the 20s to start off the leg.
Listen, I don't know if there was something different in the water tonight, but these guys are playing great.
Boom,
back-to-back again.
Dynamite. Hulk smashes in one of his own. We're at 7.
Oh, look at this.
Start of the third leg, and look at you said it, and I didn't want to repeat it.
Oh, this is something good we're watching right now, Sean. This is going to be one of those matches that right now you need to be watching because everyone talked about that last CSC final that they missed where 53 9 marks were hit. This is going to be one of those nights.
Another 9 from Mike. That one on the 18s.
Gosh. Haley gets to show up for one CSC, and it's going to be a good one. Probably 2. Probably heavy on Wednesday as well. Mike finally does miss the triple, and it's only 1, though. An 8.33 plays with 6.67 in leg number 3 here. Oh, my goodness. This is not what we saw last week.
I think everyone that's watching along knows that they're going to need to go grab a seatbelt from the car because we're going to have to buckle up for this bad boy. Mike, an opening. Now, geez, Louise. Mike Maloney, 8.0 again.
This is insane. This is actually an incredible standard right now.
Woo!
Oh, yeah.
I don't see very many y'all tagging. Come on, y'all.
Yeah.
Tag away. Yeah, and chag away.
Get chagging, guys. Right now. Chag away. Mike does slow down a little bit in this moment. Like, he does find that double 16. If his doubles are working and his triples are like this is a scary Mike Maloney to be seeing in front of us.
Yeah. Ram goes, I can also hit doubles. Tried to close all of them. Of course, bails into the double bowl. As if you need to do that. Yeah, guys, welcome to the CSC Challenger Series, Partners Promoting Darts. Mike Maloney 6.83 to follow the 7.62 of his previous leg. That's a break of throw for the first time, and Maloney has the advantage, 2-1 lead for Hulk Smash.
Well, he is on pace to smash the record for highest average ever if he keeps up this pace. 3 legs in and a 6.67 average. That's pretty good. And of course, Ram Guevara going to start off with a 9 again.
They're 4 for 4, ladies and gentlemen. If you are just joining us, that is now the 4th consecutive leg that they've started off with 3 in the bed on the 20s. And Mike's going to do the exact same. Oh my goodness.
That would have been the third time.
That would have been the third.
Back open.
Yep. Ridiculous.
This is something crazy. I'm already flabbergasted and behooved away. This is something that we're really seeing right now. These guys knew that they wanted to put on a better show because Ram won last week, but he won with a 5-5, and he knows that he's capable of 6+. Mike did not perform to his standard at a 5-3. They knew they wanted to improve going into this week. I don't think we could have expected this level of improvement immediately being seen. This is very apparent that this is a different mentality from both these players.
Yeah, they're bringing it, man. There's the definition of bringing it, and all it's going to be is just video of this match going on to start off with. I mean, this is, definitely our best start that we've seen in a CSC in some time, to say the least. But can they keep it up? That's the thing, because obviously it's a marathon, and both of them have sprinted out of the gates here.
Yeah, and Mike Maloney getting that break early is very interesting because in the league where he broke with that 7.62, it was to a 4.75 on the other side of the ball. It makes this leg a little bit important. You have to feel if this is the same they're going to be having because you can't afford to have a 2-leg separation in a match where 6+ is the standard. Ram's doing a good job with that here. Finds a beautiful 8 mark. Oh, we tricked Haley. We got one.
Yay! We tricked Haley this time. That's the first time the button's been hit prematurely. No, I'm kidding. It's not Haley.
Every time.
Don't freak out.
Almost every time.
But now you're gonna make sure that just don't hit the next one.
No, she's gonna adjust. We already talked about this in case it happens. There's already 9 marks hit though in 3 legs. Currently in the 4th. A great pacing for these players. You know that this has been a good couple of legs because right now it's a 6-2 versus a 6, and it feels like it's calmed down. Ram now stepping back up. Should be able to go ahead and close up the corner pockets here. Does find the 16. Doesn't get the 15 on the last. This could be a little bit interesting here. If Mike hits a 3 in the bed, it at least adds a dart to Ram's throw. Potentially gives him an outside shot to get back into this leg. Step 1.
Boom goes the dynamite from Maloney again. There's number 10. It's okay, folks. We're in leg number 4, and they have double digits of 9 marks hit between the two of them.
And that's what Ram needed to do. That was a good calculated response from Ram Guevara because Mike Maloney with that 9 could potentially have left an error for Ram to be able to grab this leg. Instead, Ram big trip 20, made sure he got the close in the 15s. And now Guevara should be able to go ahead and make this a 2-2 matchup, Sean.
Yeah, I have a feeling he's going to get the job done. Pad the points first. Stay right there. Not yet, but the math is mathed. Correctly. No winning darts here for Maloney. Needs 5 bulls just to get the point lead. Can't do that with less than 3 darts. Got 4 of them.
Still a great shot there from Maloney, but not enough to take this leg. 5.36 will get it done for Guevara, who's right now currently after 4 legs at a 5.34. Granted, that 4.75 at the end of Mike Maloney's 7.62 leg is the reason that's dragged down a little bit. Mike still hanging high right now at a 6.42.
It's insane.
It's ridiculous. It is certainly ridiculous. And you guys are in here in the comments. Let us know who you're cheering for as we get another leg starting off with a 9. I can't even believe this.
I'm cheering for
goes
17 of those.
Dynamite.
I'm just looking for 17 of them. 17 starts of 3 in the bed on the 20s.
Listen, as long as you're 17 legs of whatever this is, this isn't human behavior. I just want 17 legs of whatever is happening right now.
In the words of the great Marcus Aurelius, are you not entertained?
And in the great impression of Marcus Aurelius, hey, are you not entertained?
Boom goes the dynamite for Ram. That one's on his honeypot, the 17s.
12-9 marks, but Mike Maloney has the darts, so he should be able to continue to dictate the pace as he continues to find triples left and right. A 7 mark here. Mike Maloney had not shown almost any signs of this last week. Last week, Ram dipped, and that's where Mike Maloney got his legs in. This is not the same version. This is, and Ram's improved. This is awesome.
Yeah, Ram's not. Let's go out on a limb here. Ram's not going to win tonight with a 5.5 average. What do you think?
He's certainly not. And right now he's at a 5.34. But again, I think that's more of a statistical drag down on one of those legs. But this is a scary, scary Mike right now. Chad, I hope you are enjoying this. This is something special. It certainly is not. The 6.75 against the darts doesn't even feel like it's really catching a sniff of the leg. Mike Maloney was trying to play it safe on the shot, but leaves an opening.
Yeah, playing it safe there actually did open up the door for Ram. And, man, you don't want to let Ram try to bust down the door. Not going to do so.
I still would have preferred the opposite shot order there. Both those players finding a 3 mark in that moment feels like a gift handed back and forth.
22-point lead. 16. The trip adds even more, but needed at least the single there to add an extra bowl to it.
Yeah, nothing
6 needed plus the trip 16. Yeah.
Doesn't get the close there, so this leg will be going to Mike, holding his throw. And again, early advantages. It's hard to really give a big breakaway, but Mike Maloney definitely looking a little scary early on here for any of the Ram fans in chat.
Yeah, what a terrible average, a 5.7.
Yeah, it brings him all the way down from a 6.4 to a 6.28. How dare he?
Troy Leroy in the chat. Get in, Mickey 6. Come on, mate. Pickles in there. It says, Nick here. Going to be a good one.
That's me, Pickles.
Man. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in with us. And Ram blew it.
You blew it. We've missed one opening dart. 5 now.
Everybody put the ghost emoji in the chat because boo.
Boo. Oh, it's still incredible.
5's still a record for sure.
And the fact that 2 out of the 5 were back-to-back 9s on the open is still insane. Yeah. Let alone the fact that we could still see that plenty more times tonight. We have 2 legs left until the breaks, folks. This is moving very, very fast with the way they're playing.
Oh, there's the 9. Boom goes the dynamite for Ram.
They're at 7 apiece now.
At the first. Ridiculous. They're at 14 already. This is leg number 6.
And here's Mickey Sticks. Does find a 9 of his own. I sold that one from
They're at 15. How far can this go, guys? How far?
Oh, and of course, Ram finds the triple immediately. Finds the 17s with no doubt in his mind. And, man, how boring was that single?
Sweet Jesus. They're having themselves a party right now.
This is just something that you don't normally see. I to say it as Sean would normally say it, darts is not this easy. Is that how you would say it?
Yeah, I've been saying it since season 1. And it got to the point where it was so cliche after so long of saying it that I think everyone just got annoyed with me. But if you're just tuning in for the first time or don't play darts very often and think that this game is this simple, I've never averaged a 6.5 over the course of a leg more than once or twice, tops, in 15 years. and Mike was just averaging that. Rams going to blow that out of the water here with a nice 7 mark. 6-6 playing a 6-5. Ridiculous.
Yeah, this is just something that it's hard to put in perspective if you haven't watched darts before. How hard it is, what they're doing is like it is truly amazing to see.
I'm telling you right now, I was always excited to do commentary for darts. I always loved playing. I was always excited to play too. And then I started watching the CSC and seeing what these guys can do on a dartboard, and it quickly made me even more appreciative that I got into commentary when I did, because God knows I would never be able to compete with these gentlemen. Yeah, Mick tried to bite off more than he could chew there with the second dart at the bull before going back to the trip 20.
Yeah, I think in either case he was assuming that Ram's going to take this, and he was just taking an outside shot. 5.854 Ram does go ahead and keep this match chalk.
Losing leg of a 6.17 for Mike Maloney. If I ever lose a leg throwing a 6.17, I'm quitting darts. Cheyenne's in the chat. Andy Douglas with us all the time. Justin Hightower from Idaho. Dave in the chat. Heather Rosala. Dason Albers. Troy's talking to Carrie. There's another one. Mike Maloney. We are 6 of 7 on these starts now. 3 in the bed on the 20s. They can't move after the first two now, just because it's part of the theme of tonight.
It seriously is something that is not normal to be able to start off legs like that. When you have a leg going first and you start off with a 9 at this level, it's not that you assume you instantly won the leg, but you just assume that you're heavily favored to win the leg. But how about back-to-back 9s for Mike Maloney, who says, I'm going to make sure this is a leg one going into the break. I want that advantage, and I want it now. That's 17.
It's my money, and I need it now.
1-800. I don't know the jingle. 1-800-1877 cash now. Is that?
Yeah, that's it.
Something like that. Oh, he's continuing on. Mike still hasn't missed. He still hasn't missed onto the bull, and he almost
needs the double.
He needed a double.
JG Wentworth 877 Nash now.
Thank you. That's what I was going for. That's what I was going for.
Yeah, that was a Haley assist, just for the record. Ram's gonna make it so that Mike has to throw an extra dart no matter what.
This break is about to come up, folks, and no matter what, you need to tune back in, because this is going to continue on, as it's going to be a 4-3 advantage here for Mike Maloney going into the break with a beautiful drum roll. Wait for it. No, he's blowing his average.
But he'll be back.
He'll be back. Still going to be 4-3. This is incredible. Ram, we don't even want to see your darts anyways. You can stay over there and post whatever.
Of course, he hits a 7 mark. Well, it's a new month and a new day, so you know what that means.
What does that mean?
Check out the new A to Z Darts May Dart of the Month special for 15% off your next shot Warrior Dart set. Plus, you can enter their monthly raffle for a chance to win an awesome prize, just like Mike Maloney is on his way to doing here. Just tap the banner on their homepage. 692 for Mick Maloney. Gives him the lead at the break, Nick. Wow.
Yeah, let's go ahead and take a quick ad break here, folks. Do not forget to come back. It will be a very brief intermission. This match is going very fast. We're 20 minutes into this match, and we already played 7 legs. 6.35 for Mike, 5.46 for Ram. We'll be back in just a moment's time.
Good evening, everyone. Dick Johnson, Chubbs Callahan here.
I've told you many times it is Charles, not Chubbs.
Alrighty, Chubbs. Here we are at the Cosmopolitan here in Las Vegas, Nevada for the annual Pop-A-Shot tournament here, brought to you by USA Darts.
Pop-A-Shot.
Is that not right?
It's Pop Stroke.
Oh, sorry. We're changing out the basketballs and headbands for tiny balls and long shafts. Is that what you're telling me? Well, folks, let's get to the action here as we are ready to get underway.
Get snazzy with our April Dart of the Month and raffle. All Heroes Chizzy darts are 15% off all month long, including his latest Heroes Chizzy Series 3 with tons of barrel weights to choose from. You can automatically enter our raffle to win your choice of a Stick-It dart holder in the style Splash or Comic when you purchase our April Dart of the Month special. So, what are you waiting for? Don't forget, we ship internationally and you can find these darts at A2ZDarts.com. Best of luck to everyone! Got a dartboard with shabby segments and worn out sisal? Don't buy that brand new dartboard just yet. There's a much better solution. Knowing how and when to rotate your dartboard is an underrated practice many players neglect. Why rotate your dartboard? Although sisal is self-healing, you can't prevent the damage that occurs over time with high traffic segments like the treble 20. By rotating your dartboard, you can replace the 20 segment with a different segment that sees a lot less dart action. The damage gets distributed throughout all the segments, making your board last much longer. Decide how to rotate your dartboard. Whether you go clockwise or counterclockwise, be sure to stick with one method of rotating your board for consistent results. If you rotate it clockwise one time and then counterclockwise the next, you may be going back to a previously damaged segment instead of a fresh one. Return your board accessories back to your board once you've rotated it, starting with the number ring, and you're done. Dartboards are a big investment, so it's important to take good care of them. Regularly rotating your dartboard will help ensure you are throwing at a fresher 20 segment and will help make your dartboard last longer. Hope you found this video helpful, and we'll see you next time.
Let me tell you about A to Z Darts. We're a specialty dart store with over 10,000 different products. We create in-depth videos and blogs to help improve your game and showcase our products. We give helpful advice on how to practice darts, the fundamentals of form and mechanics, and how to make better decisions when purchasing your darting equipment. Whether you're brand new or a seasoned player, we try to provide fun and informative content. I'm Jen, the creative director for A to Z Darts. I've been playing for over 10 years, and I've traveled the world competing in and promoting the sport. This is Will. He runs our live streaming company, USA Darts, and travels the globe as well to broadcast major darting events and interview PDC players alike. You'll find over 2,000 different sets of darts on our website. Guessing right now you're pretty interested in our resources? Learn about form, throwing mechanics, practice routines, scoring and grouping, checkout methods, cricket strategy, and much more. Visit a-zdarts.com to take advantage of our blog or follow us on social media at AZDarts today.
Test telephone switch to arm light on.
Switching command to internal. Fuel tank pressure. 9, 8. Ignition. Water ball. Main stage. 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Fuel tank pressure.
Welcome back to the second half of this final here, Division 1 CSC Challenge Series Season 8. So far, I mean, it has been a record-setting performance for these two players. I'm Shaw Green, joined once again by my partner in comms, Mr. Nick Dirachi Teixeira. Nick, the averages are mighty for both players. The scoreline is about even. This is exactly what we wanted to see tonight. And then some.
This is just the pinnacle of what soft tip cricket can look like as we get another 9-mark open. Of course we do. Welcome back from the break, insane, folks. Dude. This is
7 of 8.
Truly something special.
Opening legs.
This is absolutely, and the other one was a 7 mark for the record. I still got to acknowledge that front. What we're seeing right now is truly the only other match that could rival what we're seeing so far, if this keeps up at this pace, is the last time Mike and Ram did this to each other back in season 5. That's the only other time. And that was an 8-3 match or 8-5 match that became a comeback run. This is different. This is neck and neck. Mike out averaging by 0.9 NPR, almost a full mark per round, but only one leg advantage because of the fact that Ram's doing a good job of holding his throw when he needs to. Can Ram kind of stave off Mike and slow him down or / pick himself up?
I love you're saying like pick himself up. He's averaging what right now?
5.46.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he definitely has another gear. But I'm going to guess it's one leg specifically that's kind of knocked that down a little bit. But there's Mike's 9. They both have had at least one in each leg.
Yeah, these aren't true averages by any means. This isn't weighted by the number of darts. But Ram has one leg at a 4.75. His other losing legs are a 5, a 5.5, and a 5.5. Mike Maloney's 3 losing legs is a 5.57, 5.67, and a 6.17. Those are losing legs for Mike Maloney and Ram.
All of them higher than Ram's losing legs.
Yes.
In average. So, I mean, you guys have seen it so far. If you're just joining us, you haven't. But guys, hit that share button once again. Tag your friends. Tag anyone that you know. Share it out to any dart group that you are aware of. And then just grab the popcorn and enjoy this ride.
If we peak, if we get over 2,500 peak viewers tonight, I will personally buy a random comment on Facebook, a set of either Jen or Will darts. I will randomly select a comment there. So leave a comment right now, and let's get us over 2,500 viewers.
I like it.
We don't even do giveaways here anymore, but that one, I'm just going to do that myself.
I love how there's also people playing League, like the guy next to Mike on the other side, who was ready for the 9 mark and had his arm raised, and Mike just missed it, and then he went back to playing League match. Like,
imagine
think how hard it's got to be to focus next.
For me, it's like, imagine if you were playing next to Mike in a league match, and like you're like just hit a clutch 5 mark in your random league, and you're shooting a 3-2 for the night, and you're like trying to celebrate your shot, and then you look over and see what Mike's doing. Like, that's what it would feel demoralizing almost.
Man, 5.38. It seems like it's such a good average, but not now. Like right now, it is horrific compared to. It's almost a car wreck. A 5.38.
Well,
Ram's gonna have to pick it up right here.
Yeah, I was gonna say Mike gave him a little bit of a chance to do so. Ram's gonna need to still turn around this turn. He grabs that. That's a good find on the 16 and the double bull. Now Mike should be able to clean up this hat trick with the way he's been playing, but you got to be careful on the shot.
Yeah, say Hail Mary, ladies and gentlemen, because you're going to need God to help slow down Mike Maloney right this second. 6.12 is where he finished this one at. 5-3 league. He gets the first separation for the match here, Nick. And I mean, we've seen it where it was 8-4. Mike. Ram rattled off legs in the 6s and 7s to get back into that for the last leg. So the gear is there, and it's been something that Rams also hit in this exact situation with his back against the wall. So there is no lead that is safe for Mike, and Mike knows it. Expect him to keep the hammer on the nail, so to speak.
Yeah, when Mike's like this, the only thing that Ram's going to be thinking about as a player is just keep playing your game and try to weather the storm. Like now there's a 2-leg separation. We talked about the risk of that when a matchup is this high octane. And the biggest thing here is keeping your mentality cool, knowing that you'll be able to either A, get in that gear yourself, B, your opponent slips out of that gear, or C, both happen at the same time and you steamroll. And Ram's going to kind of bank on that fact. They're post-break, and right now, Ram, again, at a 5.44, wants to bring it up. But Mike Maloney, if he stays at a 6.33 the whole night, it will be a record. It will be a record that we have never seen before in the CSC and will be of the highest regard at that. As Ram Guevara goes ahead and hits a 9. 8. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. The Haley, that one was my fault. I gaslit you.
You gaslit both of us, honestly, because I almost said boom goes the dynamite too. On top of that,
Never mind.
I'll
You
say it
don't
now
have to
though.
fix it.
Boom
Yeah.
goes the dynamite.
We're good now.
Mike Maloney.
Now we're at 29 marks.
I do think this graphic is quite exceptional, especially for this match this evening, because they are rocketing into the stratosphere on 9 marks.
Yeah, absolute lift off into what is truly the great beyond, the final frontier.
This is insane.
This is a great. Anytime we've doubted Mike Maloney, anytime we've said something negative or positive or somewhere in the middle on his game, and we see a performance like last week that makes us feel like, man, sometimes we're justified in saying that Mike Maloney gives us a reminder show like this. Mike Maloney says, just remember, I am the best online soft tip player that might have ever picked up online soft tip. And that's what he's trying to cement tonight. He's trying to get that third title. And Ram Guevara has always been the man that has risen to the challenge against Mike. He's given him back and forth battles. This is truly, it's Goliath versus Goliath. What else do you want?
Yeah. I mean, this is the two favorites heading into the season. Let's just call it what it is. I know Danny was in this. I know Leonard was in this. Other champions, past champions, but it was always these two. These two were the finalists last season. These two have been finalists 4 times in the 8 seasons that we've done the CSC Challenger Series. Ram has just gotten better as the seasons have gone on. Admittedly down this year or this season from last season, but that was because last season was just, I don't know. I mean, just epic. So, opportunity here for Ram.
Yeah, a must-have opportunity. He can't afford to take this leg down. He needs to find this shot right now. No, it's not going to happen. It looked good on that last start to find the double. It doesn't quite go. And now Mike Maloney to potentially get a 3-leg separation. This would be a big moment. Well, it's not going to happen. And Ram gets another chance, an easier one at that.
Much easier. Much easier, Nick.
Guevara needs one more bowl. No, it doesn't happen again. You always expect him to grab 2 bowls and 2 darts 9 times out of 10, maybe even 90 times out of 100. That's the same ratio. But that being said, it's just one of those moments where it doesn't collect, and that's going to be a difference maker because Mike Maloney's now going to take advantage. He's not going to let this opportunity slip.
And he doesn't. Maloney 5-8-9, and that's huge, honestly. That might be the difference in this match because now it's 6-3 Maloney. Doubles the lead, or doubles the total of legs for Ram when it could have been 5-4. Huge difference.
I also do think I was more worried for Mike falling off post break than I was for Ram to fall off post break. And yet what we're seeing is the 2-leg jump after the break for Mike Maloney, and Ram in the legs leading up to it, 5-5, 5-8, 5, 5-5. So those 3 legs that leading up were really solid. And now a 5-3-3 and a 5-0 going downwards. Now Mike Maloney's average has dropped after the break from a 6-3-3 to a 6-2-8. How dare he? But that's because he's really staying
awful
here. He hasn't dropped.
This is crazy. I mean, yeah, they start off like this, right? But watch this. Watch these next 3 rounds for both players. There's averages for the reason, and right now their averages are skyrocketing because they're going to hit 9s to make up for things. That one just a 7, but you get the point.
That's absolutely right. Sean, talk to us a little bit about the winnings here for these players. What are they actually playing for tonight besides just the title itself?
Well, a lot of pride, a lot of emotional support that's going to carry them into the rest of this year. But honestly, let's talk about it. $4,500 goes to first place. That's $4,500 US dollars to first place. Second place, $2,250. So that should be incentive enough to play your best, and it is right now for these guys. Boom goes the dynamite again for Ram.
Yeah,
they took a leg off of 9s, but there's one.
Yeah, 21 9s is still quite a lot at this point. Now, Ram's going to go ahead and grab this, bring it back to a 2-leg separation. He's going to need to do some work here, though, knowing that he has to dig deep. But if there's a man that has been in this situation before against Mike in this final, it is Ram, right? And he got all the way to the last leg decider. If he gets the last leg decider this time on a comeback potential, he's going to feel great. It's still fine. As a 5.5 is now the new lowest losing leg for Mike Maloney to Ram's 6, which that is going to be Ram's second highest leg of the night, with his first one at a 6.26 being the highest.
So that's also Mike's lowest leg, right? 5.5.
Yeah, that would be Mike's lowest leg altogether as well, because his lowest winning leg is a 5.7.
My goodness. John's saying that's a lot of quarters. There's a lot of quarters. Yeah, May saying one last thing for me and her to make fun of Maloney for if he does become the first 3-time champion of the reboot, the relaunch, so to speak.
And the reason we signify that, can we just address that for a quick moment? It's just because
100%.
It was a couple year gap in between. So even season 1 of the CSC it really feels like season 0 to a certain extent, right? Because it was people that were invited pre-COVID playing 2+ years later. That's why both of those brackets were about half full. Because they decided not to add in any new names to those brackets. The CSC before, not to discredit those fields, but it just wasn't to this same level. We saw this progression track for 8 seasons now, and it was also just a little bit of a different show in general. So it is still a title that Mike Maloney should absolutely count. I just call it the season 0 titles because it was before we were fully involved with production. That being said,
hey, don't listen to the chat. Boom goes the dynamite for Ram. Gets right back into this leg. Crippled Bambi, which is a funny name. Graphics are not off. The first leg is the diddle. That counts as the score line. So it is actually game 11, 6-4 lead for Mike Maloney.
Yeah, we trust our producers around here. Make sure to show love to your producers, the Nicks of the world, the Haleys of the world, the Wills of the world.
Just the Haleys of the world, actually.
Just
for
the
me.
Haleys, yeah.
She's the only one that hasn't done something to really, make me cry yet. Mike Maloney, treble 15 after the drop. Dust it right on off and right on in the triple. Boom goes the dynamite again for Mike Maloney. 7.20 in this leg heading into the Bulls.
And that's the problem, though. Like, just it's literally a math equation that Ram is facing right now, which is if Mike goes second throwing 7s, that means that Ram also has to be throwing a 7. He can get away with a 6.5 maybe, but going first, you can't have that much of a lower average. And I say that knowing that he's at a 5.2 right now. He wasn't a high 5 the whole leg, if not low 6. But it's almost impossible. It's the math just doesn't math, and that's why a leg separation, if Mike stays in this form, is so dangerous.
Greg saying, have we checked to make sure Mike and Ram aren't really robots? Happy Mike, happy Facebook life. Megan is how that goes. 6.16 from Mick, who has a child on the way himself, so he's going to need all the money he can get, that's for sure.
He's continuing his downward trend of average. He's still now down from a 6.35 to a 6.2. So maybe he is cooling off after all. I say in jest. Ram Guevara starts off with a 6. Mike Maloney going to be going down to these 19s.
For the first 2. Back on up. Oh, just misses the steal of the 20s.
Now, who do you think right now, Sean, would winning tonight mean more to between Ram and between Mike?
Mike.
Why?
Mike always. That's just, Ram obviously wants titles. Obviously appreciates them. For him, it's more of a, oh, cool, I did that. For Mike, it's another thing to prove to all the doubters that are out there. Ram doesn't really have those. I mean, if you really think about it, and it's because he's not super vocal on Facebook. He just kind of sticks to himself. I would say that honestly, the person I get asked the majority of questions about when I go to tournaments is, of course, Leonard, and then Ram, because a lot of people just don't hear him talk very often. He's such a kind human being, but he's chill. Mike, on the other hand, has a lot of chips on his shoulder that he continues to try and brush off over and over again, and this would just be another thing that he can take and be like, see, I did this.
And I think that's a fair analysis, as these guys have now dipped into human territory. 4-3-3 plays a 4, something we have not seen yet this entire matchup. And this is a moment. Well, you're only going to see it for a second, but think about the timing where Ram hits that big miss, and then misses right there. Big 8 mark hit by Mike Maloney, and Mike Maloney can potentially get himself to match point in this position. And to your point, I do want to say,
yep,
I was going
to ask you the same question just now.
That's a big 9 from Ram, though. It keeps it alive in the leg. That's
huge.
Now 24 for the night. I will say, when Ram won the CSC Season 7, there was emotion there. Like, you could tell that he wanted that title, and there was a title evading him.
Jeez, back-to-back 9s now between our two players.
And we went from seeing that emotion there to seeing Ram get teary-eyed after winning the CSI. Something that gives you goosebumps because you don't see that man get emotional as he goes ahead and, I want to stop yapping, another 9.
Boom goes the dynamite. That's number 3 in a row. And Mike blows it on the single 7.
And so, yes, I do agree. I think it probably does mean more to Mike, especially with how vocal he is, especially because there's so much conversation on both sides of the good and the bad, because of the fact that he puts himself out there in a way that a lot of players don't. And I love the heck out of that. But to Ram, I think it means more than many people think. Just because he's stoic in nature does not mean that this doesn't mean a lot to him, because this is more than just the prize money. It truly is about pride. It truly is about saying you're the best. It truly is so much more than what it seems.
I agree with that from both perspectives, right?
Yes.
My final ruling is Mike, because he has a kid on the way. And that's where I'm going with it. Ram, another 5 mark. Great 5. He's still got his honeypots to point on, and that's dangerous for any of his opponents.
Yeah,
see how going right at it. Big 9 again from Maloney. They are ripping him off in this leg. They start off with what, a 4 and a 4-2, you said, and now they're up to a 6-7-5 or 6-2-5 and a 5-6-3 in the same leg. It's just stupid, man. It really is. Look at all these all the talking going on. I love it.
Yeah, but
keep talking with each other. It's great.
It's just also the Ram there only finding a 3. That's so unfortunate, because Mike Maloney's at a situation where he can go up 8-4 now, and the matchup was neck and neck. Ram has only won 1 leg after the break and is about to lose 4 now to Mike Maloney. And again, Ram at a 5.4, a little bit below where he needs to be. I think the target line was closer to a 5.85 tonight. But Mike Maloney just has not slowed down from that gear. You couldn't have called that. You couldn't have called this level for this long. This is amazing. Like, Mike Maloney doing a masterclass right now. Ram Guevara.
What's his average at right
much
now?
Wrong. He brought it down to a 6.19. How dare he?
619. I believe the record is a 624, and I know Mike knows that. And I can guarantee you that he's going to try his best to average a pretty big number here in this next leg, just in case. That being said, we have been in this exact situation before. Guess what, y'all? It went the distance. Ram gets to go first the next 2 legs. Then he has to break Mike twice. These first 2 legs, if Ram does what he should do and can hold off Mike, even if Mike shoots a 6.5, Ram can get that job done with the high ground in the next 2 legs. Then anything can happen. Last time he was in this position, he routed off 6s and 7s.
Well, I
to
believe
get to that last leg decider.
Ram holds the all-time record. And Mike Maloney will certainly correct me if I'm wrong here. But I believe Ram Guevara at a 6.25 week 9 of season 7 is the all-time high average for a CSC match. That was a 9-3 win over Danny Baggish.
Jeez.
This continues.
I mean,
on.
just some little no-name named Danny Baggish.
Yeah. Well, look at that. Danny made the record book. Ram's not going to quit on this, though. That's what I love about Ram Guevara's mentality. I truly have become a fan of his over the last couple of years. I know when we talk like early season 1, when we first saw him, we were like, we didn't know nothing about nobody when we were first getting into it. But to watch his development of him getting back into his form, I vividly remember the interview I had with him where I said, do you think 2024 is going to be the Ram Guevara comeback tour? And he said, that's what I plan to have. And then he proceeds to go win the CSC and win the CSI and win so many other tournaments outside of that as well. And it was a special moment because you saw it right before it happened. And you don't always get to have the foresight into that. And his form has only continued into 2025. And it just shows to the player. He came out stronger from a hitch. So did Mike.
28-9 marks this evening. And we're in leg number 13. Wow. This might be the most 9 marks for a match that doesn't go the distance at all.
Yeah, if this goes the distance, it could still happen. But Mike Maloney going to try to put the capstone on it here. Guevara, with the going first advantage, can still win at this leg, but he needs to be perfect. He needs to continue to be perfect. He's going to be perfect.
Wow. Boom goes the dynamite at a big moment there from Ram. Mike, one opportunity, though, to get number 30 and take control. This could be for the entire title.
And it doesn't go in the trip. This gives an opportunity for Ram, but we saw this 2 different legs tonight where he needs to perform in a round like this and he hit a 3 mark. He needs to perform in this moment. He gets 1 dart to close to 15, and he doesn't shoot it.
Nope. But a bit interesting because you got to take chances at some point. This is not the chance you want to take. Maloney double. Yep. Maloney double for the 8 mark to pretty much seal the deal.
Mike Maloney is on for 3 bowls away to be your first ever 3-time champion. 4 if you really want to count Mike's ruling. But the first 3-time champion since the CSC relaunch. Sean Green, take us home.
There we go. 3 bowls needed for Mike Maloney to become the first 3-time champ of this event ever. Un más, por favor. Hulk Smash is your champion of the CSC Challenger Series Season 8. Taking the title from Ram Guevara. Wow.
Goodness. Mike Maloney gets it done with a 6.22 average. Ram at a 5.39. Just fell shy at the end here. But, man, Ram sent it the distance. He gave us a show. But Mike Maloney took his lessons and said, I'm going to make sure to perform. Your champion, Mike Maloney, $4,500 in his pocket.
And you see that last leg, he shot a 6.33. But, yeah, there it is, the winning total across his chest and the picture. It actually almost looks fine.
Like it looks like a bow tie or something.
$4,500. Yeah, it was really good. Is your champ. Congrats to Ram. Made it to the final. Got himself the runner-up spot. $2,250 for Ram Guevara. So they have the reverse roles this season from season 7. And, man, what a season for the Stars. And it was showcased at the end there by Mike Maloney.
Yeah, we really went to the moon there and back and then some across the star system, across all the aliens and everything else in between. Ram Guevara did phenomenal to get to this point. Ram did everything right. It just fell short, and Mike Maloney just I cannot say enough. We talked about it last week that both Mikes need to pick up their game for Division 1 and Division 2. Well, Mike Maloney listened very clearly, very loudly, and did whatever he changed this week. That needs to be into his prep every single week from here on out.
Yeah, masterful, dominating, flawless is a good word for it. For his lowest leg to be a 5.5 is just, Ram averaged a 5.52 for the entire season. You can't expect to lose if your lowest leg is going to be a 5.5. My greatest leg most years is not a 5.5. So, Mike, you continue to amaze and sicken the dart community with the way that you play darts, buddy. But congratulations. I'm excited for you. Deserved champion here for season number 8. Goes to Hulk Smash. And Nick, I can tell you I am very excited that I got to sit next to you for these last 2 matches.
All right, there we go.
But I will not be here on Wednesday. And don't tell everybody what I am doing, because we have Division 2 finals of the CSC Challenger Series that everybody should watch. Nobody should watch any other streams that evening. Just the CSC Challenger Series Division 2. Mike Segal taking on Brett Hollanday. Hollanday trying to do what Ram could not and get the double dip on another Mike. This time it is Philly. Mike Segal. Early predictions in that one, my friend?
Yeah, early predictions is going to be a good time. I know for a fact Mike Segal is going to be coming in with a different mentality, and I think it will truly be a going the distance matchup. I don't think it's going to be the one-way traffic it really was the last time we saw them. I still think Brett Hollanday is going to be favored because of the performance he put on. But I said that about Ram tonight. So what do I really even know? Well, I do know one thing, actually. I know it's Carly Griggs' birthday. Happy birthday, Carly. Woohoo!
Happy birthday, Carly. Woo-hoo. And again, congratulations to the Stewart family. Whenever little one does emerge. But
probably human.
Man, Hannah, you're a saint already. And you're going to be an even more of a saint this entire week. Will, you better get something good for Mother's Day.
And also, I do want to thank
reminder for everybody.
Everybody here in the CSC that's been watching along week in, week out.
Yep.
It's 11 weeks, right? It's a big investment to be able to be here for every single one of these matches. So the fact that you guys stayed in with us and you always tune in droves, over 2,000 people watching at the end of the season here for Division 1. Division 2, again, it will be on Wednesday. We couldn't thank you guys enough, because there's the reason that they bring us in to do this is because you guys want to watch it. And thank you all for your love and support again.
Yeah, Dark Community is fantastic. Congratulations to my great friend, Mr. Nick Teixeira, on his new job announcement. I thought you did that very well. It was really well done. And again, congratulations to Mike Maloney, your champion for Division 1 of Season 8. So now Season 4, Season 5, and Season 8 champion, Mike Maloney. That will do it for Division 1 this season. Again, we will see you. Well, some of you will see me on Wednesday. Or see some people on Wednesday, like Nick, for Division 2 finals. Mike Segal taking on Brett Hollanday. You won't want to miss it, guys. Have a great night, and we will see you then.
Mike Maloney, 3-time champion of the world, baby!